One of these guys has a World Cup, the other one doesn't. That single sentence has started more arguments than politics and pineapple pizza combined. For 20 years, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo split the planet into two teams, not soccer teams, fan armies. And nothing gets those armies screaming louder than one question: who actually did more for their country? Not their club, not their trophy case, their country. The jersey you can't transfer to, the jersey you're stuck with for life. Today we're settling it, not with vibes, not with Twitter arguments, with actual facts, actual tournaments, and a few stats that might surprise you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly who has the stronger international resume, and honestly, the answer isn't what most people think. Let's get into it. Section 1. Why international soccer even matters. Quick reality check before we start. Club soccer is where these guys make their money. It's polished, it's stacked with talent. Messi at Barcelona had some of the best players on earth standing next to him. International soccer is different. You're playing with whoever your country produces. No shopping around, no transfer window fixing your weak spots. That's why fans treat it like the real test. It strips away the super team advantage. It's just you, your national teammates, and the weight of an entire country watching. In theory, this is the purest way to judge a legend. In practice, it's also the most brutal, because national teams get way less time together. A club team trains every single day. A national team gets a few weeks a year. So when someone shows up huge on the international stage, that means something extra. Section 2. The World Cup question. Let's rip the band-aid off immediately. Messi won the World Cup 2022, Qatar, Argentina. That final against France is already considered one of the greatest games ever played. Ronaldo never has. Portugal's best World Cup run with him was the semi-final back in 2006, when he was still a baby-faced 21-year-old. This sounds simple. It isn't, because here's the thing people forget: Ronaldo actually had more World Cup opportunities. He played in 5 of them. Messi played in 5 too. Same number of shots at the trophy. One of them cashed in. One of them didn't. You know the type of stat that ends arguments instantly? This is it. Fair or not, the World Cup is the scoreboard everyone remembers. Advantage, obviously, Messi. Section 3. But wait, the other trophies. Here's where it gets interesting. The World Cup isn't the only prize on the international stage. Continental championships matter too. Ronaldo won Euro 2016 with Portugal. And get this, he got injured early in the final and had to watch most of it from the sideline in tears. Portugal won anyway. Some people say that makes it less his trophy. Others say a leader who inspires a win even while injured is still a leader. Messi, on the other side, won Copa America in 2021. That one mattered enormously, because before that Messi had a reputation, fair or not, as a guy who could never win the big one with Argentina. That trophy silenced a decade of doubters. So right now the scoreboard looks like this. Messi has a World Cup and a Copa America. Ronaldo has a Euro title and a Nations League trophy from 2019. Both guys are stacked with hardware. This isn't as lopsided as social media makes it look. Section 4. The numbers game. Let's talk goals, because numbers don't lie. Well, they don't lie, but they can definitely mislead you if you're not careful. Ronaldo is the all-time leading international goal scorer in men's soccer history. Not close. He's blown past records that people assumed were untouchable. Messi isn't far behind him, and he's done it with noticeably fewer total caps. Here's the twist. Ronaldo has played longer, in more matches, often against smaller nations and easier qualifying groups because of how European qualifying is structured. Messi's goals have often come in more pressure-heavy moments, in tighter South American qualifying, which is famously one of the hardest roads to the World Cup on the planet. So raw numbers say Ronaldo. Context says it's closer than the numbers suggest. In theory, the guy with more goals just wins the argument. In practice, quality of opposition matters, and that's where things get messy. Section 5. Carrying their teams. This next part is where things really separate. Portugal, historically, has had good rosters, but not great ones. Ronaldo has often been the single deciding factor between Portugal winning and Portugal going home early. Argentina, on paper, has always had more raw talent flowing through the pipeline. But for years that talent didn't translate into trophies, and a lot of the blame, fair or not, landed on Messi. Then 2021 through 2022 happened. Argentina went on a historic unbeaten run, won the Copa America, and capped it off with the World Cup. Messi wasn't just good in that stretch. He was arguably the best version of himself we've ever seen, at an age when most players are already declining. That's the difference people point to. Ronaldo carried Portugal to relevance. Messi carried Argentina to the mountaintop, at the very end when the stakes were highest. That timing matters more than people give it credit for. Section 6. The legacy moment. Every legend needs one signature moment that defines their international career forever. For Ronaldo, it's arguably that Euro 2016 final. Injured, in tears, still leading his team from the sideline like a coach in cleats. It's emotional. It's iconic. It shows leadership beyond just scoring goals. For Messi, it's the 2022 World Cup final. Down 2 goals. Coming back. Extra time. Penalties. A performance so complete that even neutral fans admitted they'd never seen anything like it. Here's an honest reaction: if you're picking based on pure cinematic impact, Messi's final probably wins. It's not close. It's considered one of the greatest sporting events of this century, full stop. But Ronaldo's Euro moment gets bonus points for the sheer emotional weight of leading through injury. Section 7. So who actually wins this? Let's zoom out. If the entire argument is who has the trophy that matters most, Messi wins because the World Cup is still the biggest prize in the sport and nothing else is really close. If the argument is who has the better overall goal-scoring resume across every competition, Ronaldo wins because the numbers are historically absurd. If the argument is who elevated a weaker supporting cast further, that one's genuinely debatable and honestly depends which country's talent pool you think was actually stronger to begin with. This isn't a clean sweep for either guy. Anyone telling you it's an obvious blowout in either direction probably hasn't looked past the headlines. Ending. So back to where we started. One of these guys has a World Cup, the other one doesn't, but now you know that single sentence barely scratches the surface. Here's the one-sentence version of everything we just covered. Ronaldo built the bigger international resume, but Messi built the bigger international moment. And in soccer, moments are what people remember for the rest of their lives. So here's the real question for you. In 20 years, when nobody remembers the stat sheets, which legacy do you think people will still be talking about? Drop your pick in the comments. I already know this is about to get heated. And if you like breaking down the greatest debates in sports history like this, subscribe, because we're doing a lot more of these.